Hello everyone, this is Nickshot. If you're not from our clan, I'm actually the leader of a clan called Paradise Bound. I'm trying something new this time by bringing you guys the Clan War recap in a video format rather than giant walls of text, though I know you guys actually like those giant walls of text, and I really appreciate the feedback. We'll see how well I do with this, and if it goes well, then I'll probably keep doing this. If it doesn't go well, then I'll switch back to the giant walls of text. What you'll see in the background is some actual PBND footage from the Clan War. I thought that would be a nice touch. Don't worry, I cut out all of the hashtag #NoGamesFound lobby wait times. First of all, I'd like to thank you all for doing amazingly with the signups this time. Seeing all the information on the sheet several days before the roster lock pulled a huge weight off my back and helped me make some really crucial decisions about our time zone and roster lineup. On that note, because we had several people sign up for the EU time zone, we were able to pull something amazing off this war. I know a few of you were disappointed with the fact that you didn't get to play, but switching to EU was the only way for us to get high stakes bonuses, and it paid off. We ended up being matched with both of the teams that could get us high stakes, Revelation PS and Legend War. Unfortunately, Revelation PS decided not to play, but we still had to beat Legend War to secure our first place spot. The war started out a bit rough. We went straight for uplink to try to secure the first node cap, but Legend War seemed to have the same idea. We finished the match as first, so we took it down, and then their wins logged in and capped the node over us. However, it seemed that there were some issues with how the matches were counting, and Felix had to announce a restart. I have no idea how these issues affected our war, and whether or not they were the reason that we didn't get our first node cap, but apparently wins were counting like 20 times a piece or something of the sort. After the restart, we changed things up a bit. Instead of hitting the node as quickly as possible, we decided to hit it late and make our uplink matches last as long as we could. This way, Legend War nuked the node, and we went in to secure the cap right after that. After this, the war was a go. With no wins on the node, Legend War no longer had any reason to play uplink, so it was ours for the bonus points until the end of the round. And next we went with TDM, which is a node that we can usually cap quite quickly. Legend pulled some defenses off of Hardpoint not long after that. While we ended up pulling down TDM and capping it, Legend War had a chance to get a couple of wins on it before we did so. While they were busy making use of those wins by capping TDM from us, we went and took Hardpoint. Afterward, we pulled TDM back down from Legend War and then hopped over to cap Hardcore Kill Confirmed while they were busy with it again. There was a lot of TDM play during this war. Eventually, we held the TDM node at around 45 minutes left in the war and started to defend, ensuring that we would get our bonus points. We played one more hardpoint match just to make sure that we would have it at the end of the round, and then ended the round with TDM, hardpoint, hardcore kill confirmed, and uplink capped for a first stage score of 292 to 84. On the second day, we took it a bit more slowly at the beginning. We knew that Legend War was smart, and maybe smart enough to go for a quick node, but we didn't know if they would do that or if they would hit TDM, which they still had 10 wins on from the previous day. We went for uplink with the intention of playing it slow in case Legend War was playing it, but ended up just capping it while Legend hit hardpoint. From there, we simply followed Legend War. We knew that knocking down their nodes would get us the most bonus points possible, so it only made sense to simply let them cap something and then take it down and cap it for ourselves. And that's what we did. They hit hardpoint, we hit hardpoint. They knocked down uplink from us, and we actually were able to cap it back before they were able to take it. Then we decided that we would go ahead and cap Dom. We got 2 forfeits in a row really quickly after we took the node down and were able to cap it before Legend War even got a single Dom win. It was at this point that we realized that Legend War still hadn't hit TDM even though they had 10 wins on the node. The only reason they could be doing this was to save the wins for the end so that they could get the bonus points for TDM. So we decided to force their hand. Knowing that we were likely opening up the node for them to cap, we brought TDM down. This forced them to play the node. We put a couple of wins on it, then they capped it. However, we still had plenty of time to take it down from them with about a half round left in the war. Eventually, we did just that. Though they decided to defend the hell out of it for quite some time, we capped the node back for ourselves, and then defended it to the end. We ended the second day with Dom, TDM, hardpoint, and uplink for a final score of 578 to 188. Before I get to the MVP, I think it's just as important for us to talk about the roster issues we experienced and how they'll be dealt with. Though we had plenty of reserves to make up for it, we had a couple of scheduled members fail to show up on time for the war. For failing to serve as time as a reserve, the new recruit Mon Rashan has been kicked from the clan. I'd like to take a moment to remind everyone that reliability and not skill is what helps you keep your place in Paradise Bound. This was a highly skilled player, which makes him highly desirable as a recruit, but if we cannot trust him to fulfill his commitments, then he is worthless. So he's been kicked. Vital bullets for failing to show on the first day as a member of the active roster and for failing to show as a reserve for the second day will be suspended. He must serve for 2 Clan War rounds as a reserve in order to be considered for the active roster again. Everyone please keep in mind that if you're scheduled, even as a reserve, then you're required to show up. He marked himself as available on the second day, so he was expected to show. And now for the Clan War MVP. All of us were hungry for this win. First place was within reach, and we played just to show how much we wanted that spot. However, one player stood out to me. This guy took it upon himself to hop over into my lobby while we were playing in order to discuss strategy and help me make sure that we were running as efficiently as possible. Not only did he do this for the time slot that he had been scheduled for, but he also actively served as an extremely helpful communicator for most of the second day. Yes, I'm talking about Rambo. Following the war and helping us out even when he wasn't an active participant shows just how committed he is to helping his clan in the ranks. Unfortunately, he's no longer eligible for the clan MVP. This is because the lieutenants will now serve as judges for the war. Rambo will soon be getting a well-earned spot at the command table. In conclusion, congratulations, you're now a member of the first place clan in the 5 to 10 bucket on PSN. This far into the second season, I don't think anyone can say that this doesn't mean something. We're still undefeated for this game, putting us at a 15 war win streak, 11 of those being Diamond Division wins. We have established ourselves as a dominant force in the clan war community, but we haven't reached the end yet. There are still several wars to come, and we should be prepared to defend our spot so that we can end this iteration of Call of Duty as the best lightweight PSN clan in the world. That's the kind of title that I want us to carry into Black Ops 3. Thanks a lot for watching the video, guys. I really appreciate it. I know there were probably a few really noticeable audio edits and everything. I was just trying to get this done as quickly as possible so that the war was still in everybody's minds. If I'd had some more time to work on it, I probably could have done a little bit better, but like I said, I wanted to get this out quickly. But if you guys would still like to see these video commentaries with the Clan War gameplay in the background, I'll try to keep at it and try to keep getting better at it, and if I can improve, then I'll keep doing it this way. Again, I appreciate you watching, and please enjoy the rest of the video.
Satellite acquired. Satellite uploaded. Friendly UAV above. Our team has the satellite. Squad, that was textbook.